Hello and welcome to Sunshine Reports. I am Obi Chukwemeka Oti. The present administration in Ondo State will not shirk its responsibility of prioritizing the welfare of retired workers and residents of the state towards promoting their wellness and welfare. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa said this while flagging off the payment of 1.4 billion naira gratuity arrears to the pensioners who retired from local government and primary school service in 2014. He noted that the initiative is aimed at clearing the backlog of unpaid entitlements and restoring confidence among retirees. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details of the event.
It was another moment of dreams come true as 2014 retirees from the local government and primary schools in Ondo State gathered to receive the arrears of their gratuities. The ceremony at the Cocoa Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure was the platform to disburse the 1.4 billion naira to the senior citizens. Setting the tone, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Amidu Takuro, praised the governor for introducing the pension saving initiative during his tenure as deputy governor, noting that it has made regular savings for gratuity payment possible.
We also made a vow that in every quarter we must make sure that we save good amount of money to the service of our pensioners in Ondo State.
The head of service, Mr. Bayo Philip, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Adeniro Ikuomola, commended the governor for his compassion and prioritization of pensioners' welfare despite other pressing developmental needs.
What you are doing today, sir, Your Excellency, is not just for this crop of officers that served the state meritoriously and retired and then went back home, hoping that one day somebody will pay their gratuity. We are not doing it for them alone, but we are doing it for all of us that are still in the service.
Governor Aiyedatiwa, who restated his dedication to sustain efforts that prioritize the welfare of every inhabitant of the state, noted that the current disbursement will rekindle hope among pensioners and reassure serving workers that their gratuities will be promptly paid after retirement.
The bulk payment for the 2014 set of pensioners we are flagging off further demonstrates our commitment to the welfare of the elderly and the vulnerable sections of our population, in line with our ease policy thrust. Our desire to adopt and religiously apply the year of exiting the public service as the only qualification for bulk payment is to make the payment process transparent, predictable, and to ensure that nobody is discriminated against on account of extrinsic considerations. Most times, our administration feels reluctant to list prompt payment of pension allowances and consequential adjustment thereon as achievements, because we believe strongly that payment of monthly pension to our esteemed senior citizens is both moral obligation and our constitutional duty.
The governor explained that the disbursement followed his administration's structured payment process, which uses the year of exit from public service as the sole qualification criterion to ensure fairness, transparency, and predictability.
Let me also inform you that some legal representative, this next of kin of some workers of the local government service extraction, who lost their lives in a fatal motor accident while an official journey to Ibadan in Oyo State, will be handed checks for the terminal benefit of the 3 deceased staff as a way of ameliorating the pains of the sudden departure of their loved ones.
The chairman of the National Union of Pensioners in the state, Johnson Oshunyemi, lauded the governor for restoring dignity to retirees and rekindling their hope. Speaking with newsmen, the Permanent Secretary, Local Government Pension Transitional Department, Mercy Femi Idris, expressed delight over the milestone achievement under her watch, with special gratitude to Governor Aiyedatiwa.
Retiring on this note, and that it will be the first time a permanent secretary will pay 2 batches. That is 2013 and 2014. Of course, I feel wonderful. Where we would have had challenges, that would have been in the past. After the verification exercise, we now have a database. So what we did was to go through the associations, various associations, like you said, NUP, Association of Retired Teachers, those of the local government, those of Akure South headquarters, and what have you. And then they brought all the approval letters. And then we decided to match with what we have on ground. And that is how we came, to the conclusion that ABC should be paid today.
The beneficiaries lauded the governor for fulfilling their long-awaited dreams.
I thank God for Mr. Governor that the Lord will continue to help him to pay others and we sustain the state.
The governor has just graciously and magnanimously cleared our gratuity in bulk, not a piecemeal payment. So we appreciate God for using him for what he has done for the retired teachers, in particular in Ondo State.
Their senior citizens promised their continued support for the Ayedatiwa administration. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
In furtherance of our ease agenda of a present administration in Ondo State, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development Seun Osamaye has engaged traditional rulers in a federal local government area for effective service delivery. Dr. Osamaye was received by political leaders in the council area, led by the chairman of the local government, Oladipupo Ajibola, at the council secretariat in Igbaroke. Omorola Ugbeji reports that the interface had all traditional rulers in the local government in attendance, while issues affecting their domains were discussed one after the other.
For any government to be rated effective and successful, it must impact the grassroots irrespective of location or status. This is the case with the present government in Ondo State under the leadership of Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, where the commissioner representing Ifedore local government, Dr. Seun Osamaye, returns home periodically to engage stakeholders. Now, it is the turn of traditional rulers, the custodians of culture, and leaders of respective kingdoms to speak directly with government on behalf of their subjects. One after the other, they poured out their minds, even as some received instant solutions. Some of the traditional rulers lauded the commissioner's move, appreciating Governor Ayedatiwa for choosing her to represent them in government.
She has spoken very well, and we are all happy with her. I will believe that what she has said, action will be taken accordingly.
The welfare is in all things, a listening governor. So we are not surprised. The kind of commissioner he is appointing has to be impactful too. We have succeeded in rubbing mind. The commissioner herself is the listening commissioner, a mother, an astute politician who understands the terrain of politics.
Chairman of Ifedore local government, Oladipupo Ajibola, commended the leadership style of Dr. Osamaye, noting that his administration is working in tandem with our ease agenda of the state government to make positive impacts that will enhance the council's development.
The cabinets are happy, and I myself, the chairman, am happy. The commissioner is happy, hearing directly from his people, knowing the grievances, knowing the challenges that our people are facing.
Elated by the outcome of the session, the commissioner said the governor remains committed to bring the governors closer to the people, hence the initiative to engage them directly. She promised to make the gesture a continuous exercise, which according to her will make governance more effective, productive and result-oriented.
It's been explosive. We've been here for 4 hours discussing and making calls, trying to reach people to identify ways through which we can, meet their needs. And we've exactly been able to do this. I started with an engagement in my ward,
because I believe charity begins at home, and now I've proceeded to the traditional council, and after the councils we'll be meeting different demographics within the local government, the women, the youth, and other strategic stakeholders, identifying what they need and then looking for ways through which Mr. Governor can quickly attend to those needs.
With engagements like this, traditional institutions are not only strengthened but also positioned as vital partners in driving grassroots development in Ondo State. Omoyola Mbiji, Osrc News.
The Akurawa flyover project, featuring innovative design and advanced construction techniques, is set to ease severe traffic congestion at the Iroyin axis in Akura South local government area of Ondo State. This ongoing infrastructure represents not just an engineering milestone, but a strong commitment to improving urban mobility, delivering tangible benefits to residents, commuters, and local businesses alike. Joy Pius reports that as the flyover approaches completion, locals are eagerly anticipating smoother journeys and enhanced traffic flow across the city. The Akure flyover
at Iroyin Junction temporarily closed recently for the casting and installation of pre-stressed beams has now reopened, allowing motorists and commuters to pass through with greater ease. This notorious stretch of road, plagued by numerous fatal accidents in the past, is finally getting the upgrade it desperately needs, with construction now at an advanced stage. While the disruptions have tested residents' patience, many agree that the short-time hardships will yield long-term rewards.
This is the first of the kind in Akure. We love it because we are also residing in this area. We love it. It's a very good development. And by the time the work is completed on this flyover, I think it will bring a lot of development.
Ara ìlọsíwájú ìlú lélẹ̀ ẹni tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà Ọlọ́run kó fẹ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ òun náà tó dẹ̀ parí ẹ̀ náà ilé ayé ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà á tún dá àti àwọn ọmọ àtàwọn táwà nínú Ondo State. Ẹni tó bá lọ sí ọ̀rẹ́ nígbà tó ń fi ṣe over bridge ọ̀rẹ́ á rí bí ọ̀rẹ́ ṣe rí ẹni tó bá dé ọ̀rẹ́ báyìí ó dàbí small Lagos ni.
àǹfààní tó lè mú wa pọ̀ gan rẹpẹtẹ gbogbo àwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó wà mẹ́rin tẹ́lẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti tì kálukú ọmọ ọlọ́jà wọn ta gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́jà míì náà wọ́n á dọ́jà alẹ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan tí wọ́n máa rí tọ́rọ́kọ́bọ̀ ńbẹ̀ ìwàrà àǹfààní tó lè mú fún àdúgbò nìyẹn.
Residents are more optimistic than ever about the project's timely completion.
One, it was closed. They bring a lot of difficulties to those people that are applying this route. But then it's a necessary thing that needs to be taken. But it's for a while, and now it has been open. We are also enjoying it. But the main thing that we are expecting is that for it to be confident, because we know that when it is confident to open up this area, there will be more commercial activities, there will be more development. In fact, going around to bring a lot of transformation.
Bí ọba dáa náà ṣe pé yọkọ ní pọ̀tì kan nú iná ní tí ìtàn ti pa náà wọ́n fi ṣèfù àwọn aráàlú náà ni níṣẹ́ tó ń bá a sí náà ní ìṣàkóso lọ́wọ́ wọn wọ́n wá tètè bá haste rẹ̀ kí ó tètè parí pé wọ́n promise wa ní January báyìí pé January jọ́nà wọ́n máa sí bíríìjì yìí fún wa ṣojú rẹ̀ àṣìwà ọlọ́jẹ̀ olófà gba ní ẹ̀mí tí yóò ṣojú wa àjọlù pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ní àti gọ́fúnà wa náà.
Poised for completion soon, the flyover promises to transform the traffic landscape, slashing congestion, minimizing accident risks, and fueling economic growth in the community. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
In the meantime, residents and motorists plying Ijoka Road in Akura are appealing to the government to rehabilitate the deplorable portions along the route, which have made daily commuting stressful and unsafe. They acknowledge the ongoing road projects across the state capital, but are calling for equal attention to the Ijoka axis, which they describe long neglected. Blessing Obe reports.
Across Ondo State, several major roads have either been completed or are currently under construction, clear signs of the government's effort to enhance mobility and boost economic growth. In Akure, the dualization of the Akure to Idanre Road is ongoing, while Oda Road has been completed, easing traffic congestion for commuters heading towards the city's outskirts. In the Northern Senatorial District, the rehabilitation of Ikare Township roads is giving the ancient town a facelift, while in the coastal region, construction continues along the Igbokoda axis to improve access and open up riverine communities. However, residents of Ijoka say the development story is incomplete without attention to their own road, which remains in a deplorable state despite its strategic importance. This is Ijoka Road, one of the busiest routes within Akure metropolis, now riddled with potholes, dust, and stagnant water. Motorists, commuters, and residents say what used to be a major access route has become a nightmare, with its worsening condition affecting movement, business, and health. During the rainy season, the situation becomes even more challenging as several sections of the road turn muddy and almost impassable. Ijoka Road connects many communities including Abushoro, Igisogba, and Okeya, serving as a crucial link between inner parts of Akure and adjoining settlements. Although construction work began under the previous administration and continued briefly into the current one, the project has since been abandoned with equipment left idle.
What you see behind me is the daily reality for countless commuters and motorists who plow this road. Each day, they navigate through thick clouds of dust to release these particles that pose health risks to their life and also affecting their business. And what you see just by the roadside lies the equipment used for road construction. This has been abandoned for long, and now it is covered with dust, leaving many residents wondering what may be happening.
Residents say contractors have not been seen on site for months, leaving them to contend daily with dust, potholes, and deep craters. They are appealing to the government to accord Ijoka Road the same priority as other major projects across the state. Commuters and commercial drivers say the poor condition of the road has forced many taxi operators off the route, leaving tricycles and motorcycles as the main means of transportation. They are calling on the government to urgently revisit and complete the Ijoka Road project to ease movement, boost economic activity, and bring relief to residents.
This road has been awarded from the past governments. Since then, the work is just slow down, and we that is living around this place, we are feeling badly, especially the business and everybody. If you are going now, enter Marwa or Okada, it's a lot of up and down.
ọ̀nà yìí ló wá láti high court, so wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ṣe láti high court, òun náà ló lọ sí Ìdànrè, so wọ́n ti ṣe parí sí Ìdànrè, wọ́n ti ṣe parí sí high court, but wọ́n kàn wá sọ wá sáàánú, so àwọn èèyàn àwa imagine pé kí ló lè cause it. Wọ́n jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run kan bá wa ṣe, torí àwọn tí wọ́n ń gba ọ̀nà wọn pọ̀ gan.
For the people of Ijoka, fixing their road will not only bring much needed relief, but also reaffirm the government's commitment to balanced and inclusive development across Akure and beyond. Blessing Obe, OSRC News.
Away from infrastructure, the appointment of a senior advocate of Nigeria, Professor Amukwitan, as the new chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has ignited fresh hopes for Nigeria's electoral future. Nigerians urge Professor Amukpetan to lead with integrity and restore trust to the nation's electoral process. OSRC's Joy Pius tells more.
After a decade as chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Mahmood Yakubu has stepped down, making way for Professor Joash Amukpetan to lead the commission. A distinguished legal scholar from Kogi State in Nigeria's north-central region, Professor Amukpetan brings an impressive record of service without political affiliations, positioning him a strong choice for the pivotal role. Beyond his sterling credentials, the new chairman faces the daunting challenge of rebuilding public confidence in Nigeria's electoral system, which has faced criticism over past irregularities. Nigerians call for a transparent system which truly reflects the will of the people, as all eyes are on Amukpetan to deliver an INEC that ensures that every vote counts. In Akure, residents emphasize that Professor Amukpetan's success will hinge on his ability to remain resolute, fair, and impartial amid political pressures.
The new chairman of INEC came in at a very, very auspicious time where Nigerians are in high spirits to see what is going to be his contribution to the electoral process in Nigeria, and particularly what is going to do differently from what others have been doing. For me, I will advise him that he should stick to the rules of the game. I read his profile and I will be able to see that he is actually a man that to be reckoned with. And somebody had mentioned that the president has actually sorted for quality, and if he sorted for quality and he was able to get it, the man should be able to live up to expectation. I will expect him to conduct a free and fair election. I will expect him that he has watched the system from the outside point of view. Now he's an insider. Those things he saw that were not properly done, he should be in a position to correct them. Give us a clean voters register. Give us a good beavers if he wants to continue with it. And if he has a better one, he can also change to it so that the hiccups we have been experiencing as far as beavers and transmission of results is concerned can be fully corrected. The man should not disappoint us.
Well, basically there are rules and laws, ground, so it should just be fair to all. Basically that's it. Be fair to everyone. That's the same law that applies to party A applies to party B, and when everybody says that there is fairness, I'm sure nobody would complain. The issue of who should appoint, who should not appoint, clearly the constitution is clear. It's the president that should recommend, and it goes to the Senate for confirmation. And since that's the law and has not been changed, so everybody should abide by that.
Constituents of the Nigerian electorate are charged to desist from participating in sharp practices during elections.
Nigeria is a royal mistake. We are not truthful. To ourselves, we are not. Understand? Even in our daily activity in our offices, we are not truthful. The issue of godfatherism in every aspect of one's life is one of those things that is affecting us. Do you understand me? Okay, like the issue of this INEC committee you mentioned now. They said the English word say who paid the piper paid the tune. Is that not so? So I can't employ you and for you to be working against me. I don't know if that would be possible. You understand me? So that's just the main basis. That's just the main basis. Is it possible for somebody to employ one and be working against your boss? Is it possible?
I equally encourage us as a citizen of this country to also play by the rules, because we also like cutting corners. We like cutting corners. Even when they say this, we will not do it as expected. We want to get a result, a predetermined result in our mind, and we'll do everything to sabotage the system to achieve what we have in our mind as a predetermined position. So we must cooperate, don't cause violence on election day. If you are losing, lose gallantly. If you win, win gallantly. It is important for us to also cooperate with them, because if we don't, we cannot get a clean process. Human factor is also very important.
For Nigeria's democracy to thrive, transparency, merit, and inclusion must be prioritized. As Professor Amopitan steps into this critical role, the nation watches closely, hopeful of a new era of leveraging technology and aggressive reforms to achieve electoral integrity. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
And that does it on Sunshine Reports. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.